up. If you ain't gon' rip it up, pop it. I'm the like show me a benefit. Let me dumb it down, Benjamin. All these be not equivalent. Really bad, looking so innocent. Bossy predicament. I see no biggie. Honestly, I see no biggie. Pay the heavy on pretty. You mad while I'm getting busy. Country girl running your city.
It's week 6 of the NFL. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Commanders and the Bears on Thursday night primetime.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we kick off week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Murray now on first down. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
It's showtime.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And that is very well done there as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Taylor to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back near his goal line. Here's Mahomes. Throw left side complete. That's Taylor. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. 2 yards is the pickup, and it'll be first down Washington. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped the field position, you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3 and out on their opening drive. Mahomes' throw complete to Dotson. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Quick slant, Dotson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Dotson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 25-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. William Golston. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes, he's got it. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Commanders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
This defense for the Commanders, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Ooh, with a juke. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
From the 22, Murray.
Quick slant, finding Claypool.
Touchdown! Chase Claypool. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Mahomes.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes out to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. William Galston, his 2nd sack of the night. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on the punt.
Back deep, Marquez Callaway.
Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Going right back to Akers.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 23 carries, 92 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good. And in this first quarter of play, this will remain a tie ball game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Trey McBride with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders have moved out in front. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Well, the defense, they were all over that. As soon as that ball was in the air, it was dangerous. Not only was it intercepted, CD, but they return it for the touchdown.
Yeah, and he read that the entire way. He was reacting before other players had a chance to react themselves. Had the determination to say, this just won't be a pick. It's going to be 6 points as he takes it the other way to the end zone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears now ready to take over again. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 29, Murray running the slant. That's Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Akers.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 42-yard line. Murray now. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. That's complete over the middle to Callaway.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Murray. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. So that was a very nice play, Charles, from a very speedy quarterback.
And you can just see that whole play developing. That's where, as a defender, you just lock in on your target and say, I'm not even thinking about breaking stride. I'm running straight for the belt buckle, because where it goes, that's where you find his body. And he was able to get in there and make a great play.
On play action, it's Murray. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. On second and goal, Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls, because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gano's kick is good, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So he gets a shot at earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes Jonathan Tanner and his teammates. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On play action, it's Mahomes. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Bradley Chubb from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely, because remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
From midfield, here's Mahomes.
Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Mahomes' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here's Taylor again, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jonathan Taylor with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And Washington able to strike for 6.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Off the option, here's Akers.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Off the option, Akers, he coughs it up, and it's Washington that scoops it up,
taking it right down Broadway.
And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to get going again.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
First down, Murray.
Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
2nd down and 5. Now a give. Akers running left. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
At the 45-yard line.
Oh, now Godwin with a chance to run it. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success. 5 for 8 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Walker. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And Walker's somebody who just impresses you every time he steps on the field. He's a guy who was the Walter Camp and Dirk Walker Award winner's final collegiate season behind a 1,600-yard campaign. 300 carries or more, that wouldn't be unexpected in his first season in the NFL.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Room here to run. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Mahomes
Mahomes now to throw. It's Williams on the catch.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. This offense, #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got them another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Taylor is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second down and goal. Mahomes. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A 5-yard touchdown catch.
And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. That time a 9-play drive.
And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Murray now on first down. Completion here to Claypool. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 1:58 left to play until we hit halftime. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray.
Claypool with another catch.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. To throw is Murray, and finding the tight end Hooper. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Murray again.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he loses the football a second time.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Recovered by Washington.
Jahan Dotson getting set for this next drive.
He's well on his way to a
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry?
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not apologizing to you.
No.
Okay?
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll roll him out right. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Though certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turned. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Oh, good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So here is Washington now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go to the ground again with Taylor, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They go play fake. Mahomes toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing now is Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bears are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Gets around him. 53 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you get back to what you wanted to do before.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time. And 11 coming up. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Murray now to throw. And that is incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Trying to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Dodson. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Back
to Taylor on first down.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Working from the gun, Mahomes.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back to Walker on first down.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Again, it's Walker.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Murray now on 1st down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
15.
On play action, it's Mahomes. It's caught on the right side, Williams. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down. Now Mahomes on the bootleg.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Mahomes to throw once more. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. William Golston in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Coming across the field, he finds Dotson.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 15-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Trey McBride
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Commanders just continue to roll.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. 20. Touchdown, Chicago.
And
didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Taylor.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the fourth quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop him. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move.
No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey,
touchdown Washington. Jahan Dotson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On 2nd and very short, Murray. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Murray. That's out to the flat for Akers. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Throwing again, Murray. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one goes for 30 yards. Throwing now is Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They can still get a first down without scoring. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chris Godwin from 3 yards out. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Gano the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown. it away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates.
And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number one, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. But that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
They go play action. Now Mahomes.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. A lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
That's complete to McBride.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got him.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Commanders look like they're going to be moving to 6-0 as they extend that lead even further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. For the Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession. Let's see here, Charles. 6 catches, over 100 yards. Call that a pretty good day at the office.
And I love the accumulation. The catches, the yardage. That means he's having a pretty good impact on this ball game and really helping his team out in a big way.
Means he wants the football again, right?
And it's funny because some of these receivers are very vocal about how much they're getting it. Others are quieter, but they still let you know, give me the ball, I'm going to make a play.
First down, Murray. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Tucker with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Murray trying again after the pick 6. His throw incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. That is caught by Callaway. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Marquez Callaway. 75 yards. And the Bears are able to at least get one score back. Extra point try good by Gano as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run once more with Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Mahomes throwing to the hands of Pickens.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Mahomes going to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
At the 29-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet inbounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field
folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Completion here to Claypool. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards into Chicago first down.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Murray locates Claypool on the crossing route. And a tackle going to be made at the 38.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And finding the tight end Hooper.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Murray now to throw.
This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Gano now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Charles, not only the blowout in this one, but they break the Washington football team.